everybody? It's Broc, Gardner versus the world. How are you doing? I'm just gonna get right into it because this is the longest podcast I've ever done. We had Duncan on. I met through Jake, who's my cousin. YouTube guy, has a vlog. Go subscribe to him at Miles Duncan on YouTube. Has a vlog where he just messes around. He just recently went to college, going there for film. Had a great conversation. I had a list of topics, and we did not hit one topic in the entire thing, and we went an hour and a half. So, like one of my favorite kids of all time. So it was a great episode. Hope you guys enjoy. Miles Duncan, Broc Gardner versus the world. Let's get into it.
Mr. Broc Gardner.
What's up, sir? How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. How's the college life?
Bro, it's cold right now.
Seriously?
Well, I'm Arizona boy, but
Yeah.
I'm always freezing in my dorm, bro.
I got you. You're like right by Chicago, right?
Yeah, I'm like 15, 20 minutes away.
That's awesome. I went to Chicago over the summer. That's like one of my favorite cities I've ever been in my entire life.
No, it's fantastic. Wait, are we live right now?
I mean, I might start it right here. I don't know. We might be going right now.
I didn't know if you had I didn't know if you're gonna do an intro.
I do an intro after. I kind of record, and so then I can have the topics because I don't know what the heck we're gonna talk about. We're just gonna fly it, dude. It's gonna be beautiful.
I did not know it worked like that.
Yeah. So you're going to Dominican University. That's the name of your college, right?
Dominican University, yes, sir.
Fantastic.
It's been a ride, man. Let me tell you.
How is it like? Because I'm getting close to the age, but just moving away from everything. Like you started completely fresh, pretty much, right?
Oh yeah.
What was that like?
Oh, everything I ever wanted. It's great.
For real? You like it?
I love it. It's like, well, you know me. Like I have a pretty big friend group back home, but
Yeah.
it's like I would do this again in a heartbeat. I adore it. It's so much fun.
That's
Just
crazy.
because every day I wake up, it's like, well, like if I don't eat, I'm finna die. So it's cool because I get to be on my own. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like
I'm
the
looking forward to
independence,
that.
I guess.
Yeah. So you're not like, because all of your friends, like Jake's on a mission.
Yeah.
Like you even said it in your last vlog. It's just like you described how everybody's just like the whole thing is shifted. You're just
No, it's like
it's all Miles.
we're
now.
like this feels like phase 2 or something.
Yeah,
it's
it
like phase
literally
2 of my life.
like it's very
Yeah.
weird to say. So for those of you who don't know, Miles has a vlog and Diary of a Teen Pop Sensation on YouTube. And I would watch that all the time when you lived in Arizona. And like I know those people, but it was kind of like they were like characters in a TV show that I watch. It was very interesting. And so when I went to Arizona, I'd be like, oh, there's Bethany. Oh, dude, there's Cole. Like I would know all these people. They had no idea who I was, but it was just like, and now it's like a spin-off. Like when I watched your new vlog and it was like all these new characters replacing the old ones. You know what I mean? It's very cool.
That's so cool because it's like that's like I don't know. I just think it's so sick because it's like all like my friends like back home they even watch the videos now and they're like it's just it's so weird that it's like it's not them.
Yeah.
Like, I like sit here and I'm like, well, like what stupid thing is Bethany gonna do this week? And I'm like, Bethany ain't gonna do nothing because Bethany's
doing
in
nothing.
Diego. So like,
she is gone. So are you there for volleyball? Did they get you for volleyball?
yeah, essentially that's why I go. But it's a D3 school, so I don't have a scholarship. But yeah, I went here to play volleyball essentially.
That's cool. That's really awesome. I've always wanted to play like we don't have a men's league here, which is the worst because I've always wanted one ever since I saw like you and Jake play volleyball. I really wanted to, and we did like a Macho Man for our homecoming where it was just one game that the guys play, and I literally like I wasn't going crazy, but I like dove for one, and my knee's been jacked up ever since. Like I don't know how you guys did that. Like I'm such a girl maybe, but I just got so many burns and like my knees just messed up from the one game.
No, man, it's definitely like I don't know. I just remember telling all the guys back home to play it because like I'm not sure if you knew, but like Jake and I started in middle school. Like we tried out for the middle school team. That's how it all started. But Jake didn't make it somehow.
Yeah.
But like I did, and it's like I remember like our first couple practices, like my arms used to like hurt just from passing
Yeah,
the volleyball.
my arms were so sore. My forearms were killing me the next day
Like, bro,
from
now I
hitting
have
it.
people freaking like in open gyms. There's people ripping a serve at you at 60 miles per hour, and it's like I
Yeah,
don't even feel it.
yeah,
Like
that's terrifying.
it's weird. I don't know.
I am not cut out for volleyball. That thing would come flying at me. And mind you, these are people who have never played volleyball. Like, these are not professionals at all. These are like
Hmm.
just dumb kids, and it would still come flying at me, and I would have no idea what to do about it. It's terrifying. It's a scary sport.
It's definitely it's. I don't know. I love it. It's just it's such a great sport. After like once you get it, and it's like once you like really are into it, it's
Yeah,
just people think like volleyball. They think of like well back in the day it used to be like oh it's like that sport that like middle schoolers play or whatever. But it's just
yeah,
like I always make the joke that going to like a volleyball tournament because I played a lot of clubs.
hmm,
Like going to a volleyball tournament, it's like the opposite of a basketball tournament
yeah,
because like we all have the same build as basketball players. They're a bit like bulkier than us, but it's just a
yeah,
bunch of tall white kids. That's
yeah.
all it is. Like the freaking like I'm one of the shorter people at my school, like on my team. Like
Like
our
right
right
now
side, yeah,
at
yeah.
college, that's
I'm
crazy.
about average.
Cause you're like, how tall are you? Like
I'm
6'4"?
like 6'4", 6'5", like in my shoes.
Good
But like our
night.
right side on our team, he's 6'8". One of our setters is 6'7". Like it's just like everyone is just like as soon as you think you're the top, there's always a bigger fish.
That's how it goes, man. That's literally how it goes in
So I
all
wanted to
aspects of
talk to
life.
you about this because I mean I have, I guess you could call it in quotes a podcast.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
like what was your motivation for starting?
It at the start, like I've always just wanted to do it since I was a
This?
kid. Like, cause my friend that used to be on the podcast, Dawson,
Rip.
yeah, R.I.P. to that whole show.
That was
He had like his dad has always done radio stuff for like the town, and he just kind of was into that. And so they had a studio kind of set up. They just had microphones. It wasn't like something crazy at his house. And I would just sit there and just talk into the microphone and hear myself in the headphones. And for whatever reason, I just got addicted to it. And I just
yeah.
always wanted to. So I'd just sit there and talk like I had a radio show. And also, I grew up listening to podcasts. Like, I don't know what it was. Ever since I was a kid, I've just listened to podcasts. I have no idea why. Like, I grew up
Really?
listening to political radio and stuff like that. And I don't understand. So I've always just wanted to. And then with this, it was just kind of like, I just do it, you know? Like, I just dove into it. There wasn't really.
I will not lie. I am a bit behind on the episodes, but I remember one day I was like playing some 2K or whatever,
Yeah.
and like I'm one of those people where it's like I really like background noise. Like I
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
having
yeah.
something to hear while I just like grind out video games like 2K
Yeah.
or even Kingdom Hearts like I'm doing right now. But it's
Uh-huh.
like I just turned on one of your episodes and it's just like it's so entertaining.
Really?
Just like hearing people talk, like even you like you said you and freaking what was his name? Dawson?
Deline,
No,
Dawson.
yeah, Dawson. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, are you Dawson? I don't know. I had a brain. But it was just like, I don't know. I just like hearing people like talk and just about
Mhm.
whatever. Like you guys, I don't even remember what the episode was about. I think you guys talked about like how you would let Billie Eilish like cut you. Or
I would
something.
let Billie. I said I would. I'm attracted to Billie Eilish because she could murder me, and I find that
Oh
attractive.
yeah.
That's and I stick by that. I stick by that notion. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is.
I
But
was
yeah,
gonna say it's no Sim September. Come on, King. But
I'm not simping for her, dude. I'm not simping. But she could kill
it's
me, and
October
that's
now,
so
I guess
hot.
do what you want.
Yeah, I'm good. We're past No Sim September.
But yeah, no, I just think it's so interesting because I started my podcast, quote unquote, because I mean, I think my friends are just dumb. Like we're just stupid. Like I look at us and I'm like, how do people just how do we exist?
Yeah,
And it's like I just thought it'd be funny if it's just like because we talk about some of the dumbest stuff off camera, and I was like, what if I just literally put my camera here and hit play? Like all my
Yeah.
podcasts, it's literally just on. Like it's just on my camera, and I just
yeah.
use that audio.
Which
So-
sometimes you got to do that. I've done a couple of those before I started this podcast. I was like just hanging out with my friends and I was like, why don't we just record this? And then about 30 minutes into the conversation, I was like, this can never be played anywhere for anybody ever. This has to die. Immediately, this has to go away. So it did not work out like that. when
I
I don't
can't
have a
discuss
structure.
some of the topics that we would discuss
Yeah,
because this is a family-friendly channel. But man,
yeah.
let me tell you,
It's pretty crazy, man. When you get with the homies, dude, it's a whole different world.
and it was bad with us especially because like once again, our friend group ratio it was probably like 4 boys to every like 1 girl. I think we had
Yeah,
three
wait, what
girls,
was the episode name? The first episode wasn't it like
5 boys
boys,
and a
one
girl
girl
in
in a
a bedroom,
bedroom?
and like
Yeah,
in that, did you listen to it?
I listened to the first 5 minutes and it was so chaotic. And I was in school
No,
and I
okay.
was like,
See,
I can't do this.
I always tell people the thing is with that podcast, you have to go in like 20 minutes in, and then
20 minutes.
after I do a commercial break, it becomes a good
You do a
podcast. Like at
commercial
first,
break? Do you have ads?
I did no, I did this
Okay.
fake commercial break for like a Beat Blade game that we
Yeah.
were all playing in the friend group at the time,
Uh-huh.
and it's just like after that, it's like there was some serious potential. Like I felt like if we would have stuck with it,
That's
it would
crazy.
have been something. It's just so stupid because it's just like. It's like I feel like people would listen and just be like, "There's no way they are not under the influence of some
Yeah.
drug.
Yeah.
There's no way people are this dumb, but we are." So
That's what's entertaining though, man. That's what's entertaining. That's what people like listening to.
just clean, wholesome, not wholesome, no,
Wholesome
no,
content.
just just energy, just chaotic energy.
That
It's also really bad. Oh, go ahead.
that's hard for me to listen to chaotic stuff, but I just like it because it's you guys. That's the only like draw for me, but I don't know. How many
Yeah, no,
episodes did you guys
I
get
will not
to?
lie. Ours is definitely chaotic in the first.
It was.
15.
It was crazy.
It's just a lot of screaming.
Yeah, it is. It's an interesting little podcast. How many episodes did you guys do in total?
Well technically, because it started right before I left, so it probably
Yeah.
started in like probably like late July,
Mhm.
early August. No, wait, yeah, I left August 26th. So it probably started late July.
Mhm.
So we recorded. I actually started recording a bunch because what I would do was like it was the Bucket Boys Mobcast, but like
Yeah.
I would just like interview freaking random people to just be on it, and they would just talk. Like my newest episode, I talked to like Peyton's ex-girlfriend, who's a lesbian now. So
That's
that was
that's crazy.
but like I just talked to her for a little bit, just caught up with her for the past like couple years. So it's like I don't know. I just like I died again. I just bring people on there to like just talk about stuff. So we recorded an episode because I went home recently for my
Mhm.
birthday,
Yeah.
and like we just sat there. It was like freaking 2 o'clock in the morning, and we just sat there and we like did a tier list of our favorite Disney Channel original movies. Like just whatever comes to mind, really.
Yeah.
I used to like try to think of topics for it, but like now it's just like, well, something will happen naturally.
Yeah, that's the good stuff though. Like if I ever write down topics for a podcast, that's the stuff that's not really it's never funny, it's never really good. It's like the stuff that in between those spark up, that's the funny stuff. That's what people like.
I agree. No, it's just crazy because it's like I remember I posted. Do you know who Scrubby is? Scrubby? Well, he's this YouTuber, whatever. He's kind of like I guess he's kind of in the Cody Co Leafy avenue where he like makes fun of other people's content.
Like commentary
he
videos.
Would do it, yeah, like he would do it with like just whatever. But he had like a story time channel. He's on one of the like Luna guys or whatever, who would just like tell stories, and it's like I love listening to that.
Yeah.
Just like people just talk. So
Yeah.
it's like I was like I could totally do that. So that was like where all my inspiration
Yeah.
came from in regards to that. And I just think I don't know. I just think it's so cool on how good people get at talking.
It is.
Because like I'm like okay at it, but it's like I watch like you guys, and I'm like, how the frick?
I'm trying to get better. One of the things I'm recognizing, because I'm trying to move into this more interview centric territory, and it's so hard for me because like this is probably the best I've ever done in an interview just because of how close we really are. But some of these people,
we really are.
like the last person I interviewed was like this kid that I had never talked to before in my entire life. That was the first interaction we ever had besides like texting. And so I was literally just like question, answer. And it was like, I'm trying to get better at just being able to have a conversation like this because that's just a more entertaining thing to watch. I don't like these question and answer kind of things.
No, yeah, I feel that. Because it's like, I feel like then it's just organic.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
It's like organic and like it makes everyone like feel kind of welcome. And it's like people will let their guard down, crack a couple jokes instead of it feeling like an interrogation.
Exactly. Because when I'm listening to like question and answer kind of things, it's just like I'm an outsider looking in.
Yeah.
at like this really awkward exchange between two people. But if it's like Rogan, where it's just two people just having a conversation and it
Mhm.
feels like I'm in the room, that's why Rogan can do 5-hour podcasts and get away with it, dude.
Yeah, it's just because like the man, it's just like you just feel like you're just there and you're just listening.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. But it is interesting how much, like, when I would have to do solo episodes before me and Talene kind of split on the podcast, when he would be gone and I would have to do it myself, it's surprising how I can talk for an hour. Like, you would be surprised.
I don't think I'd be good at that.
I bet you could, because you just and that's when you get into trouble, because you just say whatever comes to your brain at that point. But I bet you'd probably be surprised at how you would do under that kind of circumstances.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's so cool on like, because like once again, I saw your entire content shift.
Yeah.
Because you used to be really into skits.
Yeah.
And then at one point, like I remember when you started doing the podcast mostly, and I was like, "Did you make a separate channel?" You're like, "Oh no, I just like I do that all the time now." And I was like, "Wait, what?" Like,
yeah.
So I don't know. It's just crazy, like how good you got at it so fast.
I appreciate that. That means a lot.
Freaking monster.
And I hope I can get a little better and push this thing to the next level, man.
Bro, that's the goal, right?
That's always the goal.
Let me think. What else has been up? Ooh, no. I got nothing. I mean, talk to me. What you got?
What are you going to school for? What's your major?
My major here is called photo cinema, but it's basically film school.
Okay,
so,
gotcha.
I mean, that's cool. I'm in camera school right now. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty good time. Like, I mean, everyone thinks I'm really cool because I'm like one of like 2 photo cinema majors, like in my grade.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, every time someone's like, "Oh, what's your major?" and I'm like, "Photo cinema." I like do videos and stuff. They think I'm like the coolest person ever. So
that's very interesting, because the people that do stuff like this are the least cool people. That's what I love.
Are the what?
The least cool people.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we're
people
all
like us.
Nerds.
We are we are the least cool.
I'll never forget Chris London, one of my favorite YouTubers. He said, "YouTube is a lonely man's game." And I was like,
it really is.
Like, I'm the most social person. I think I have ADHD, legitimately, just from how much like I always have to be doing something.
Yeah.
But it's like, if someone's like, "Miles, I need you to edit this," I can sit down for 5 hours and just edit. Like, I have to edit in dead silence. I can't have any music. I have to just sit down, put on like just dress comfortably, and I have to sit there and edit. Like, every single vlog, I usually like to edit at like 2 a.m.
Really?
Like, when no one's up, just dead silence, nothing to do, no music, just me replaying my video a bunch of times. As another YouTuber, can you do the thing? Well, I guess you're kind of more podcast, so it's a bit different. But like back in the day, if you had like a longer video, can you like recite the video just from having to edit it that many times?
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Like, people don't understand. Sometimes people will be sitting in when I'm editing something, especially when I was doing videos, and it's like you play something and then you're like, "Oh, where should I cut that?" You go back, play it again. I think I should cut it there. Let me listen to it one more. Like, and you just keep replaying it. And it's the same with music. When I was doing music for like a month, I would just sit there and people would listen to me trying to make beats, and I would just replay, change one thing, replay 5 more times. It's pretty repetitive process.
I just think it's funny because it's like I don't ever get bored of it. Like,
I don't either.
Like hearing the same clip over and over, I can always do that. But it's like I don't let people sit in. Like, I don't like to edit with people in the room because I feel like they're gonna get annoyed by hearing me
100%
edit the same clip for 20 minutes.
Yeah, we've kind of grown used to it at this point in our careers. But it is very interesting when somebody's sitting next to you, listening to you just replay that, and they think you're just insane.
Or what I always do, since like, you know, I have my vlog, it's like I'll like edit, like, because I record a bunch and then like I'll cut it all down, like make it all pretty and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like, if I make like a significant edit, like if I add like an extra like 2 minutes in footage, I will replay the entire video and hit spacebar and watch the entire thing through up till that edit.
Oh yeah, me too.
Just to make sure it flows. Like, I just think it's so funny. Like, next time I make a video, I should just keep a count on how many times I rewatch my own video.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely hilarious. And that's why most of the time after I make something and I put it out, I never watch it again. I never look at it because it's like I know everything that went down, the ins and outs, every single one.
I hate when people watch my videos with me in the room.
See, and people always will play this podcast. Like I'll walk into a room and somebody would be playing this, and I'll just shut it off.
I'm like, no,
don't you want people to listen to it?
Especially my old videos.
Yeah, I don't want to listen. I hate listening to myself, which sounds very strange because this is what I'm doing right now. But it's like, I don't know. And I don't think that what I'm doing is like bad, but I just hate listening to it.
I think the thing with me is, it's like I don't mind critiques, but it's like I don't like people like critiquing me when I'm like, okay, like you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
It's like I don't like if like the video, if like say if I like, they'd be like, oh, that shot was a little long, and then I get insecure, and I was like, well, the other shot was kind of long too. Like,
yeah.
What, maybe the whole video just sucked.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
I don't know. I appreciate, like, once again, I'm weird because it's like when people praise me, they're like, Miles, that video changed my life. I'll like cry.
Yeah.
But then no one's ever told me they like hated a video, but like my friends will be like, hey, maybe you could change this, and I'm like, yeah, I bet. But it's like I don't like just random people like pulling up on me and watching my videos.
It is very interesting when you are doing something creative like this because on one hand you really want criticism and you want to do what people want, but on the other hand you're like, I kind of know what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Like I'm doing this for a reason. Like people will be like, I don't know, they just give me crazy suggestions for the podcast. They're just like, why don't you interview freaking, I don't know, some crazy person? And I'm just like, no, like why would you? I appreciate that, but I don't need your input.
Like,
really,
like bro,
really.
Like I got this.
I do kind of.
I can't lie though. Definitely, I don't know. You've kind of watched me for a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I kind of had like a giant content change in terms of how like my style has shifted. So it's like, I used to like do like more of the, because I feel like there's different kinds of like quote unquote vloggers where it's like there's people where it's like you'll kind of see every aspect of their day.
Yeah.
And I was kind of really into that. And then I kind of entered my quote unquote David Dobrik phase where it's just kind of like boom, 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 just a bunch of jump cuts.
Yeah.
So it's like I definitely feel like knowing what my audience would find like appealing, I feel like that just helped me a lot. So I guess I needed that, not even criticism, but just like knowledge to redefine my content. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's a stage everyone goes through. Like, once again, they say you should hate your previous thing that you made because you've gotten so much better since then.
Yeah.
Like, if you ever look back and be like, this is, like, really good, I can't make anything like this anymore, you're kind of failing. So
yeah, for sure. I definitely think I get a little bit better with every podcast, but it's just, I don't know. Also, and like what you said, you needed to know what your audience wanted. That's kind of how this interview thing came about. Like the first podcast I did in the studio, or the second one, I guess, was with one of my friends, and we just talked. And I kind of interviewed him a little bit about what he liked and what he wanted to do and stuff. And for some reason, every single person after that podcast was like, that was the best podcast you've ever done. And I was like, what? Like it was just an impromptu thing, like that I just needed to fill a week's worth of content. And they're just like, I love listening to you talk to other people. Like that was, and when I did that a couple times before, like with the old podcast, they would say the same thing. Like, I love listening to you talk to other people. And so I'm like, all right, maybe just shift into that.
Just shift it to that
sort of thing. And it's working. Like it's getting the best views it's gotten so far.
No, I've been actually watching, like, no, I need to catch up. I keep saying I've been watching, but like, I've been like, I like look at your channel every now and then. I'm like, you're doing a lot better.
I'm like, the earlier podcasts would get maybe 20 views on YouTube. And now they're averaging 60, 70. The last one got over 100. So it's climbing. It's not like crazy numbers, but it's climbing.
Oh, no. Like, I agree. Hey, man, improvement once again.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of similar in that way too, because like I guess I didn't mention this earlier, but it's like I used to be like, my entire thing, the reason I started YouTube, it was Nadeshot, right? Like, you know Nadeshot? Well, competitive, used to be competitive gamer, basically founded esports, like on his back. Like anything you look for esports, like Nadeshot had something to do.
Yeah.
Founder of 100 Thieves, all that good stuff. But like when I was younger, like 7th grade me, I started a YouTube channel because I wanted to be a competitive Call of Duty player. Like that was my entire thing. My first video, that I do not recommend you watch is a Call of Duty cutcom, and it's bad. It's very bad.
Is it on
like
the Zekin channel?
Yes. If you scroll down,
is?
it's literally called Hey There, and I haven't privated it for some reason. I really should, but like, I remember because my gaming videos used to do pretty okay, and I was like, yeah, this is really fun. But then, like after a while, they started. Oh my god, I died. They started to like stagnate, and I was like, I was like, okay, this is kind of mid. But I was at like one of my I recorded a vlog. This was also really bad too. My first vlog ever. It's called the first vlog of 2018. It is a 20-minute long vlog, literally taking you through a week in my life. If you wanted to know how 2018 Miles lived, watch that vlog. But like, I played it, and my friends were still like, I have the same friend group the entire high school, so like they were really chaotic and stuff. And I remember one of my family members came up to me and they went, Miles, your friends are like really entertaining. Like, you should do something with that. And I sat there and I was like, huh. I kind of should do something with that. And I mean, that was kind of the inspiration for like starting the blog and just getting that off the ground. And honestly, like, I didn't think it's still so weird to me, but like people watch me live. Like, like that's crazy. Like how you were saying, like how you see my friends as like, they're almost like TV show characters.
It literally is.
But like, like, it's just like, I'm just some dumb kid with a camera and like freaking 393 people think I'm entertaining enough to like watch me.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I can't get over that still, just due to the fact that someone literally goes and like, let's see what Miles and his dumb friends are up to this week.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just always thought that was like such a cool aspect of just like redefining your content, because it's like, it's art.
Yeah.
Like our content, what we do, it's an art form.
Yeah.
And, like, even though we're not like paying it or nothing, or I guess even mine, I guess you could definitely consider like podcasting an art, because I mean, I sure as hell couldn't do it, but like, it's just so cool to see like how our art has like evolved and like been freaking redefined just by like our audiences and like personal taste. And it's like that criticism that like we're kind of dodging. It's like, it's the thing that like ended up like, helping us. It wasn't even criticism, but it was just like, hey, maybe you should like try out this. And it's like, oh wow, people really, really like this a lot more than what I was doing before. So I don't know. I always thought that was really interesting.
It is very interesting. And it's crazy to see how far we've come. Like with your Call of Duty video. It's insane, because I've been making videos since I made a quote unquote movie when I was like 6 years old. My aunt just had this camera and just filmed me and my cousin just running around, put it on a DVD, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And so ever since then, I've just been addicted to it. And so
I was an iMovie kid.
I
me and my
was
brother,
too, dude.
We used to do the iMovie like trailers. We didn't even do like the full length movies, but like, the little trailers.
The templates, dude.
You got to type out the credit block.
Oh,
I was like, Corey, what's our weekly iMovie? The amount of money I would give to find the folder those iMovies are in. Like, it's insane. Like this is like from like 4th grade, 5th grade, like before I knew Jake. Like, this is some like OG stuff, and it's just like, I don't know, like if I thought like, I can't remember if 5th grade me. Well, YouTube wasn't really a career option at the time.
No.
But like I wonder if 5th grade me, if like I was like, I really enjoy this, because like obviously here I am, I'm going to school for this. So
yeah. All right. Yeah, it's crazy how we recognized it so young. Like both of us found that passion like super young for what we and I consider myself pretty lucky that I found that.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Because a lot of people just have no clue what they like.
I always made the joke that it was like, people would always ask me like, Miles, like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, well, I mean, video is kind of the only thing I'm good at. So like, hey, might as well stick with that. But I mean, even if it wasn't, I was talking about this with my friend V today, but I was like, even if like I make like no money ever doing YouTube, which is complete cap. I mean, once again, where it is going to pop off. But like, even if I like did this for the rest of my life with like making no money, I would still do this. Like the amount of effort, I don't think people understand how long I edit my vlogs for. How many times I rewatch it, how many hours I spend in Photoshop making my graphics, how many like hours I browsed for music, looking for music, like stuff for my cinematic sequences, learning Premiere Pro, learning After Effects, all like the amount of like all just because I really enjoyed doing this. It's like I think it's so great.
It is.
So,
And I was genuinely thinking right before I came and did this, just how I was gonna ask you about that. Like, do you ever get scared that it's just never gonna come to fruition? Like what we're trying to do? You don't?
Never.
I'm terrified always.
I have a really good friend group, and it's like they always tell me, or no, it's definitely been this. My friends, just like random people too, they're always like if you look at my post on when I committed to the Dominican, everyone always says, "Remember me when you're famous. Remember me when you're famous. Remember me when you're famous." And it's like every time I see that, it's like it's like reminder for me, like I have to work hard. I have to make this go, because it's like my ultimate goal is like this is like my end all be all goal. So here, I'll give you everything. So it's like while I'm here, I want to write at least one movie, and I want to write at least one TV show. The TV show is definitely farther along than the movie. Yeah. But besides the point, I want to write one movie, one TV show. I want to win at least one Oscar. Like just one. I don't even know why I won an Oscar. I just think it'd be cool. Like a cool thing to have on a case. Like I don't know. I have no like emotional reason to win an Oscar. Like I just think it's cool.
You just want one.
But like I want to use all that money that I get, and then while still maintaining my vlog. So that way it's kind of like a little come up series as like I become like a famous director. Yeah. People are like, wait, he has a vlog, and that'll be like kind of my thing. And then I want to retire from that. I want to buy like a suburb or like a neighborhood, and I want to move all my friends from home into like we call it the cul-de-sac. We're gonna have like a cul-de-sac, and all the gates are gonna connect. And it's like that's like kind of my end all be all goal. So it's down right now, but here I'll get it. I got a tapestry. Because here. But basically, in my dorm, I just have this blank wall full of nothing. Yeah. It's a pretty massive wall, but like I got this tapestry of my favorite picture of me and my friends. Because every time I see that, I'm like, dang, like that's why I like do what I do. Like,
so that's kind of your motivation.
Yeah, motivation. Like I always say that like my goal is to never say goodbye to my friends again, because I want to live next to them. Yeah. I don't know. I just think that like for me it's like it's not even an option anymore. It's like at some point it's gonna work. Like I know I can do it.
It is insane how much our thought processes are alike. Because that's exactly like over the past couple months I've realized like I used to just want to be famous. Like I just wanted so many followers and just to be a rich and famous whatever I wanted. Podcast or YouTube or whatever. But now it's kind of like I just want to like this just has to work out. Like no matter how much money I make, no matter how far I get along in life, it's like this just has to work. It has to be this for whatever reason.
Like it's like because it's like at this point it's like I don't know what else could. Like
that, and then it's also like it's just a part of us, I think. I don't know where it came from. I don't know. I'm interested in where that kind of stuff comes from. I don't know.
This like whole mindset of like I don't know. I've always been one of those people that always had like really big dreams. Like, like I didn't care about basketball back then, but like if I was probably like second grader, if someone asked me what do you want to do, I would have probably been like be in the NBA. Like so I would have been that kid. Yeah. And they like I've never been one of those people where it's like if you can shoot, it's like, why not shoot for like the freaking stars, bro? Yeah, like, why not just go for it? Like, if I want to freaking go out here and vlog my life with my friends, like, hey, man, shoot, someone thinks I'm entertaining already. Like,
yeah, exactly. You already that's kind of the best part is that you have this base of people that already watch you. So it's like, what's the difference between them watching and like a million more people watching?
Exactly. It's just like. I always say, I'm not sure, like, once again, David Dobrik's essentially, like, my role model. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't say I'm a David Dobrik clone, because I'm definitely not. But it's, like, I've definitely taken a lot of the things that I've learned and that he does, and I've, like, applied them to myself in my vlog. Yeah. Like, just in terms of his editing style and the way he, like, presents things. But, Oh my God, what was I gonna say? Wow, dude, I just blanked. Blah blah blah. David Dobrik. Blah blah blah.
The way you present things.
Holy frick! Wow, I just blanked.
You just lost your entire train of thought, dude.
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
Right off the rails, that thought did.
Off the rail, bro.
Goodness
but like,
gracious.
It's just like, dude, I don't remember what we were talking about. What were we talking about?
I actually have no idea, dude. Whatever just came over us. I literally don't know. Just big dreams, I guess.
Yeah.
Big dreams.
David
Dobrik.
Dobrik. Dreams. Just. Oh no, I got it. Oh my God, it's there. Well, okay, I guess, I don't know, just going off of kind of what David Dobrik taught me, like, for instance, like, did you see that one vlog where Nash asked out that girl?
Oh, yeah, that was my favorite vlog you've ever done in your entire thing.
Oh, dang, really?
It was so funny.
It was a good one. I feel like that was definitely
harder.
a turning point in my content. It was definitely a turning point.
It was so funny.
Fun fact, that clip was from, like, 2 months ago, like 3 months ago. Like, that clip had nowhere, like, no right being in that linear, like, it shouldn't have been.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's like a thing that I learned from him, because this whole idea that it's like people know me, but they don't know my life enough to know, like, the order of which stuff happened.
You can
like,
just throw whatever you want in there.
I could put in a clip from 2 years ago, and if everybody genuinely looks the same, they're not the wiser.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I just think it's cool on how. Oh, we were talking about passion. I remember
Passion,
this.
yeah.
And how and kind of our drive, and you were talking about a million people. Yes, I remember I was going with it. I remember this. Okay,
perfect.
So, like, once again, David Dobrik. Okay, have you seen his second channel?
I have not. I'm not very deep into Dobrik's channels.
That's fair, but I'm gonna send you one video from his second channel.
Okay.
When I tell you, Broc, that is me. Like,
okay.
I am his second channel. Like, in terms of, like, the content.
Yeah.
And, like, just the way it's edited, it's my vlog. It's my vlog. I am David Dobrik's second channel.
Okay.
So it's like, I look at that and I'm like, Alec, because Alec's like my quote unquote manager. He's gonna be my manager, but I just call my manager now. But it's like, Alec, we're literally, like, if we just had 1 million subs, we'd be the same. It's the same thing. We have the people. Like, I have the talent. It's just like, we just need the exposure.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's the same for you too. Obviously, you got a good thing going on here.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting better every single podcast, and it's like, bro.
It just takes, I think a lot of, because this is such a competitive business, which is terrifying. Like, I feel like so many people want this sort of thing, and most of the time it does not work. And I think the biggest reason, I could be wrong, the biggest reason, in my opinion, is that people just give up. Like, they'll go for a while, and, like, I've been doing this podcast for, like, almost a year solid, and, like, there's not been that crazy amount of growth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's very easy to get discouraged. It's very easy. And I get discouraged on a daily basis because I'm like, why is this not popping off?
Why hasn't this blown up yet?
Exactly. Like, I feel like, maybe that's just because I feel entitled. I don't know what it is.
No. I feel the exact same way. I've been doing this since I was in freaking 8th grade.
Yeah. So it's like, why is my stuff, like, I feel like I have a good thing going, but it's not working out, and people aren't really, like, there's a little group of people that are grasping for it, but it's like, I feel like it should be bigger, which is I feel like that's very selfish or very cocky, but
no, but, like, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But no, it's like, what do they have that I don't?
Exactly.
Like, I'm just like you, if not, I'm better.
Yeah.
Like, how are you so different than me?
And that might be the thing. Maybe it's because I'm not different. Maybe I need something. You need that X factor that helps you stand out. Maybe that's.
Yeah.
I don't know. We gotta.
Do you have yours yet? Do you think?
I don't know. I would like people to listen to this and be like, wow, he's really doing something different, but I don't know what I'm doing different. You know?
That's fair.
Like, to be in this business, you have to have that thing that sets you apart, I think. Like, it's necessary. And I don't know if I have that yet, but I'm going to try and figure it out, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, man, once again, you're still young. I mean, what, you're a senior now? Like, granted, we both got time. It's like Gary Vee always says. I mean, you got time, bro.
Yeah, that's why I feel so lucky that I figured this out when I did that I wanted to do this because I have so many years ahead of me. Like in 10 years, I'll be 27, which like most people don't have their life figured. So I have 10 years to really do this.
Yeah, you have 20. Like you even have more than that. Like I feel like in like society today, people make you think that 30 is old. Like if you're not rich by 25, you kind of failed, and that's just not true. Like,
it really isn't. Most people, until they're like retired, they're poor. It's just a fact.
It's just it's a lot of work. You got to get lucky. Definitely. You got to get lucky.
You have to have a lot of luck.
I always say all it takes is one video. You need one banger really and that's it. Your entire life will change.
And that's one of the biggest points is you can increase your luck. Like you have to have a little bit of luck, but you can increase that by just how many podcasts has Joe Rogan done? He's at like 1,400. Like, and he was famous before that, mind you, but it's like the more content you put out, the more likely it is that something's going to work.
To get out there. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a big factor too, is how much content you're putting out. And I would like to increase that someday. I barely have time to do one podcast a week at this point, but I would like to increase how many podcasts I put out per week. It's just very interesting. It's a very competitive business, and nobody really has it figured out. Like nobody knows what makes you a star, I guess. Nobody
I guess,
really knows.
Well, once again, I'm just different because I'm YouTube, but it's like, I think for podcasting, like I know me, like I'm the complete opposite of you. I didn't listen to a podcast literally until quarantine because I went through my whole David Dobrik phase. I started listening to his just because it's like, I really liked him.
Yeah.
And like, I just wanted to like be more a part of like his life.
Yeah.
And I mean, granted, I am like in love with Addison Rae, but I was going to listen to hers, but I didn't listen.
Yeah.
But so I couldn't even like tell you, just as someone who doesn't do this, like what makes me watch specific people compared to others. It's like, because like they just talk about random stuff and like they're famous, so like obviously it's easier for them, but like how does someone, it's not like YouTube. Like it's not like YouTube at all. Just because like it's you're not putting on a show. It's just like, this is me talking about whatever.
Yeah.
How do I find my thing? So I feel like it is going to be challenging, but once you get it, man, you're going to get it.
Yeah. And I think probably the biggest thing I could do at this point, what I'm trying to do right now is like, one of the biggest advantages with interviewing people is like, I interviewed a kid who's like in a neighboring city last podcast, like I was talking about. He comes from like a city that's like 2 hours away from here, but all the cities around here kind of know each other. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
So I interviewed him, and like the idea is I talk to him, have him on the show, and then he promotes it on his Instagram.
He promotes it, yeah.
And then we get potential kids from there, and then just doing that over and over and over again. Like I assume you're gonna repost something about this podcast. I have no idea.
Oh, bro, of course.
So it's like maybe I get some of your followers to go listen to this podcast, which is like, oh, I want to go listen to Miles, and that's what I'm trying to kind of do right now, is just little by little get people onto this.
No, I feel like once again, like we didn't really build on it, and I was kind of upset about it, but the little small creator union that you kind of had going on earlier this year, and I was really down for that, because like once again, it's like I feel like all it's gonna take is one. Like
it really is.
I think it's really cool because Bethany and Cole have this whole thing, because Cole is also a really big film dude. He actually wants to be like a director
yeah,
though.
I can tell from his Instagram page.
Oh yeah. Do you want Cynical? I came up with the name, fun fact. Cole's
Cynical?
Cynical? I came up with that.
That is genius.
It's G, I know!
I love that name, dude.
I'm a G, I know. Anyways, like they have this little pact that it's like, because Bethany wants to be an actress, so Cole went, if I am a famous director, I will cast you as the lead in my movie. And then she went, if I am a famous like actress, I will like try to get you to like direct whatever I'm in, or like get you a position in my movie. So it's like, it's just like, if we all were so close. Like I know. We're so close. It's like I even do it because the first two people, I have it written down. I have an entire notebook written down. The first two people I move out are going to be Andrea from back home, and it's going to be Malachi. Yeah. And then after that, it's slowly going to trickle, because then if I'm famous, then I can put Cole on, and then Cole's going to put Bethany on, but obviously I'll still put Bethany on. And then I can put you on, and then we got you on the podcast side. And then it's just like,
that is,
it's like we're a tree. We just got to get our roots in.
That is literally what my whole goal is, because I know kids, like over the past year, I've met so many people that do so many different creative things. Like I've known you for a while, and like you used to be the only other creative person that I knew. Like you and Jake were the only other creatives. And then I've met
Wait,
people...
okay, real quick. Can we just discuss on how we wish Jake kept his vlog going? Oh my God, it was genius.
Jake kind of just gave up everything, man. It was depressing.
So sad, man.
Well, but then he had the warm-up podcast, but how many episodes did he do? Like 3?
True, he did it for a little bit, in all fairness. But I was just like, man, his vlog was so much fun, because it was like the behind the scenes of mine.
Yeah, I hope he picks stuff up back when he comes back from his mission. But
I know I'm gonna miss him, but he's out there doing the good stuff. So
yeah, man. But yeah, so it used to just be you and Jake that I knew that were like the other 2 creative people in the entire world. And now I've met people like Timothy Bright. I don't know if you know him. He's kind of the rapper kid that I had him on the podcast, and he makes some good stuff. And you know Kevin Abstract from Brockhampton?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kevin Abstract is kind of working with him. Like one of his last couple songs was produced by Romil, who's a Brockhampton producer. So I kind of met him through Kevin Abstract posting on his story, and I hit him up, got him on the podcast. So now we have that in. And through him, I met an artist. I don't know his actual name. I know his Instagram handle, but I don't know his actual name. But he did the art for this podcast. And I also know some other creative artists that I met through like a Donald Glover group chat. And so I just know a bunch of these different people who know a bunch of these different creatives. And it's kind of like, just like you said, we all help each other out. Like one of us pops off, we help everybody else pop off. And it's like, if Timothy Bright pops off, maybe I get up there, maybe then it's just like you said, a trickle effect.
It's a tumbleweed. It's just like, I don't know. That's why kind of going back on to the question of like, do you think like this is all going to work out? And it's like, I need it to, because I want the people in my life to succeed as well. Like at the end of the day, it's like, if we're all chilling, like, let's go.
Exactly. We are the next, whether you like it or not, we are the next generation of creators right here. Us, all your friends, all the people I know, that's the next generation of people that are going to make entertainment. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's very
next
awesome.
Next time we're gonna have to get Emily on this. I mean, you saw Emily in the new vlog. She's a personality. She's hilarious. She cracks me up.
I could tell. What is she? Does she do anything creatively?
No, she's a nutrition major, but it's like she's such a performer.
She is. I could tell by the vlog.
Like, no, literally. The funny thing with that whole thing, I met Emily because we both play volleyball. We have the same coach, but we met in an online seminar, and that was the first time we met in person. Like she came to I texted her, I was like, hey, I'm here, like, what's up? And she was like, and I was talking about how hot my room was. And then she was like, yeah, let's go to Target and buy you a fan. So she just came down to my room. Yeah. And it's just like, so like that clip was literally taken probably 2 hours after. And it's just like, she was just so comfortable and natural on camera. Yeah. She's just such a natural performer. And I was like, bro, you should not be doing nutrition, bro. You should be in like acting. Like,
there's lots of people like that. There's lots of people like that who are so entertaining in real life, but then if you put a camera on them, and obviously she's not like that, but if there's some people where if you put a camera on them, it just stops.
They just freeze.
And they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
And it's like, I just think that's so crazy, because it's like, I'm not even one of those people. Yeah. I always say that it's like, it's not my vlog, it's our vlog. I just edit it, but like, I'm not one of those people where you can just put the camera on me and it's just instant content.
Yeah.
But it's like, I know as soon as I pull out the camera, if I find Bethany, Alec, like Cole, Bethany, Alec, Cole, Emily, it's just like, I'm gonna get something.
Yeah. You're kind of the puppet master.
Yeah. So it's like, I just sit there and record it. So I don't know. I feel like everyone's an artist.
Yeah, literally
everyone. Whether they know it or not.
Everyone has the capacity to do stuff like this, but it's not in their interest, I guess. I don't know.
I just think it's so interesting, because it's like, even my vlog is 110% not scripted. Every single dumb thing that happens in my vlog is 100% authentic.
Yeah.
Somebody thought everything in the vlog, like any event that happens, somebody put cognitive function into making that decision.
Yeah.
So let that scare you. But and it's just like, it's just been so funny to watch my friends like grow into these like almost they're like performers now.
Yeah.
Like we're like it's like I feel like we're like a TV show.
Yeah.
We're TV show characters now, and it's like we all kind of have a different like everyone has a little different archetype. Like everyone has a different personality. And it's so cool. It's so cool.
It is. I really like making stuff. I really just love it. Is it not just the best feeling?
There's nothing better, man. Nothing better.
Like, I don't know what it is with other people, but just when there's just nothing, like there's nothing there. Like what's happening right now did not exist before. And like when you post something and
it's
you
100%, it's 100% yours.
It just you made it out of your head. Like it did not exist anywhere in space.
History.
It didn't exist in history. What you just created has never existed before, and all of a sudden it's there now. It's the craziest feeling.
And it's just like, and you sit there and you're like, I made that.
You created that.
I think of one of my favorite video I've ever made is my Dear Millennium video I made after like school got canceled, and it was kind of like my goodbye to school.
Yeah.
And it's like people like would watch it and they'd be like, how long did that take you? But like when I tell you that I just edited that overnight, like that was literally probably a 6-hour project that I finished like super fast. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like most of my like creative stuff, it's like it'll take me like a couple weeks, like if I'm editing for like a sport. But with that, it's just like I knew every single clip I wanted. I knew the music. Like I had the song in my head. I had the shots. I was like, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. I just think it's so crazy when we enter. I call it the zone, and I know you have.
Yeah. I've been there.
It's just like everything makes sense to you.
Yeah.
And you're just like, this goes here. I need to learn how to do this effect. So boom, boom, boom. Watch how to do this effect. You're like, okay, cool. And it's like, I don't know. I love just like, I don't know when I learned how to do it, but I think it's so interesting.
Where do you think that comes from? Like, where do you think just when you get on that roll and all these ideas just start popping in your head, and when you say you have the music and everything, where does that even come from? Like, what is in our heads?
It's just like, I don't even know, because it's just like, I just sit there and I'm like, oh, you know what would go really good here? It would be this song, like in my montage through the city. Like, I don't know what, but that first walking shot, I saw that and I went, Internet by Post Malone. And like, that was a song I picked. And my friend was like, why that song? And I was like, I don't know, it just seems right. Like, it just seems correct in that instance.
It's crazy how our brains just do that.
I just think it's the coolest phenomenon, because it's like, what I feel like I'd want to be like an outsider looking in on that thought process of just seeing like what goes through my mind when I think like that.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. And I hope I really like I feel so blessed that I have this sort of thing that I love to do, and I just hope people find their sort of thing like that just gives them that feeling, because I just it's crazy. Peyton, for the longest time, I used to feel really bad for him, because he would always talk about, he was like, yeah, everyone in the group kind of has their thing, but like I don't really have it. But he discovered like he's really, really into cars, like really into cars. Like that's kind of a thing now. Like I would not have pegged him to be a car guy, but hey, you know. Yeah. That's like also one of the motivations for the shift into interview stuff is I realized that a lot of my audience is like teenagers, and most teenagers have no idea what they want to do with their lives. So like I want to get like, so I have somebody like you on, and we're talking about film and YouTube and that aspect of things. I had my friend Matthew on, who's into bow hunting and welding. I had my other friend Tyler on, who's into farming. I'm having kids on next week that are into like rodeoing and running cows, like all these different sorts of things. I had Kai Brown on, who's into sports. And I'm trying to get like all these different sort of interests so people can listen to this and have no idea what they want to do, and then maybe hear somebody talk about something and be like, that
and be like,
sounds
that's something I really want to do.
Yeah, I want to get all these different interests and then maybe just pass it on to other people. I don't know. That's one of my goals with this for right now.
No, that's tight, actually. I haven't really thought of it like that. Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know. I just view my whole thing, it's like, I remember during quarantine, I was like there'd be days where I was just like, this is absolutely miserable, because it's like I'm an extrovert, like I have a vlog, like I need to like go out and do something, but it's like I couldn't. So But like I would watch like other vloggers or YouTubers just like live, and I was like, if I can provide somebody just with like even like 5-6 minutes just of just pure just
Yeah.
like content to just make sure they're not bored, or like if they're sad to like something that they can laugh at, it's like that's like the best feeling for me, you know?
Would
Just
you
like
say
being able to
that?
like make someone laugh or like
Yeah.
just share something like really cool where people are like, you know, that's dope. Like I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah. Would you say that's your main motivation with what you're doing? Is just
Yes,
to
definitely. My mom always tells me it's like if you're as long as you're like serving people, then like you can't fail. And that's like I
yeah.
feel like that's kind of my whole thing. So it's like if people think me and my friends being dumb is entertaining, and it's like
Yeah.
if someone's like having a really rough time and them watching one of my videos of us freaking not doing crack cocaine makes them laugh, like
Yeah. Yeah.
hey, don't be it.
Yeah. Your mom is one of the most supportive people I've ever seen. When you
Oh,
posted like a text conversation the other day on your story, and I was just my heart melted. It was so nice.
bro, that woman is an absolute champion. I do not deserve her 110%. She is
Yeah.
an absolute genius. Her and my dad actually.
Yeah.
Like my dad is also, you haven't really met him, but he's also a computer geek. But
Yeah.
he's like my parents are both boomers. Like my dad's 1964, my mom's 1965. So she's
Yeah.
right on the cutoff. But
Yeah.
um they think what I do is so incredibly cool because
That's
it's like
awesome.
they didn't have anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like when I told them, I was like, "Yo, this is kind of like this low key kind of my thing." They were like, "That's so like interesting and like
Yeah.
cool." And
That's
as
awesome.
long as I can like freaking find a way to legally support myself by doing it, they're like, "Go
Yeah.
for it, bro."
Yeah.
Like my dad, like I'll show something to my dad. Like I think getting validation from my dad when I make something cool is he's probably my favorite person
Yeah.
when he
Me
says
too.
like,
Yeah.
Miles, I like Miles, this was so good. Good job. I'm really proud of you. I'm always like, yes,
Yeah.
let's go.
You need, if you don't have the
Mhm.
parent support, like that, those are the two most important people for me, at least, with the
Yeah,
stuff
no,
I'm doing.
definitely.
Like, I have
Definitely.
to have that.
Like, even if my friends are like, Miles, video was kind of lame this week, but my dad was like, I loved it. I could be like
Yeah.
sick. Like, it's
Yeah.
saying enough. I don't
Yeah.
care. So I'm glad I've always been blessed with really supportive parents who are
Mhm.
always like, bro, do you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
go out there, get a bag regardless.
Yeah. Yeah. Because how many parents, if you told them you wanted to be a YouTuber, or you wanted to be a podcaster, would just say, do not do that. Like, go to school to be a doctor because they want, like, and I guess it's out of the goodness of their heart. They want you to
Yeah,
succeed,
but it's just like, yeah.
it's like, you also need support. I don't know.
I'm just glad that it's gotten, because like once again, I'm really weird because I was kind of at the birth of the whole esports thing,
Mhm.
kind of when it was like just first starting off. Like I remember when, you know how big esports is now, right? Like
Yeah.
kids professional.
Yeah.
Like, even before Fortnite, like the whole thing was Call of Duty. But
Yeah.
I remember the very first time ESPN posted an esports notification. I have the screenshot. It was of a Fortnite tournament.
Yeah.
And it's like parents have gotten so much more accepting now. Just
Yeah,
like
they have.
these past, like 2-3 years, because it's like the internet really is the future. Like,
It is.
the way that these like freaking young kids are making all this money, like that freaking Fortnite World Cup, that was kind of the thing
Yeah.
that put esports on the map.
Wait,
Like,
how old was that kid that won? And how
Oh,
didn't he
I don't
win
know.
like
He
a
could've-
crazy amount of money and he's so young?
yeah, he's younger than me by like a year or two or something like that. But like he's like you win freaking. Let's look it up. I'm looking it up right
Look
now.
it up. Because that was a crazy, I'm pretty sure it was, I don't know, a crazy amount of
What?
money.
Like
And the kid
2
was so-
million or something.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Fortnite World Cup 2019. Fortnite World Cup winner. Hold
I
on.
wish we had a Jamie on this
He's
show.
16-year-old. He won $3 million.
3 million. What do you think he does with that?
Like when you're
What do you
6. Like
do?
what was I doing at age 16?
What? Yeah, what do you do at 16 years old with $3 million?
I don't even like know, like, cause I don't even know what you do at that point. Cause it's like, you go get an education? Like,
I don't
You
think
can.
you do. Because what's the average, I wonder what the average amount somebody spends on their entire life is. Like, how much money does one person spend? How much
Probably
money?
600, 700K, just like counting loans, all that.
700,000 in an entire life?
You think more or less?
Way more
Way more.
in a lifetime. I thought it was like $1 million. How much money does the average person spend in the US? This is why I wanted Jamie, dude. Not really. It's not giving me any good answers, but I feel like it's somewhere. I feel like one person spends $1 million in their entire life.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. All those bills and stuff.
Yeah. So it's like if you have 3 million, that's like 3 lifetimes. You could put, I don't know. You're just set. You don't really need anything else.
Like
Yeah.
if you're not dumb, like you're good.
Yeah. If I made $3 million today, I would quit everything.
If I made $3 million today, the first thing I am doing is what would I do with my first $3 million?
What would you do with $3 million? If somebody just said, Miles, you got $3 million now for life, what would you do?
First of all, I'd take a vlog. I definitely make a vlog clip of it. I'd be like, boys,
Of course.
we got 3 milli.
Yeah.
And then boom, me and the homies, we're going to Hawaii. We're taking a Hawaii trip.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I'm doing, probably. Just like getting all the homies. I'm like, boys, get in. Let's go freaking mob for like a week
Private
in Hawaii.
jet.
We'll figure out what to do with this.
Just go burn it. You would burn it all in Hawaii?
No, I wouldn't
You gotta
burn it all.
invest.
Like, okay.
You gotta invest.
Yeah, you gotta invest. I would definitely invest.
Property.
But like, I would definitely, I'd definitely buy myself like a really nice house. I'd probably buy myself like a team house, like one of those like really big mansions with like, with like 10 people. Oh yeah.
Just get all the homies in there. Just make
content. Big old homie house.
Oh yeah.
Be like boys week.
Oh yeah.
Oh boys week.
That sounds like a perfect time, dude.
So like, I don't know. That's what I would do. What would you do?
If somebody handed me $3 million, I think I would build a house on top of a mountain in this valley, and I would build a studio here and just make it as nice as possible. And then just do a podcast.
Your studio? Okay, I dig it.
Like build like a nice facility. Not like crazy, but like within the range of my money. And then fill it with the good equipment, and then just do a podcast for the rest of my life.
That's a pretty good way to go out right there.
That's my goal. I just want a podcast for the rest of my life. I just want to talk to people for the rest of my life and never do anything else.
I think it's so cool. I don't know. Like, once again, I have the Bucket Boys Mobcast that I strictly, like, once again, like, I do YouTube with, like, the stake that it's going to pop off eventually. But, like, I tell people, like, after the end of the episode, or, like, well, like, I'll tell, like, the subscribers who watch, I'm like, do not share this episode because, like, this, like, if this gets out, like, this is bad.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, if my mom watches one episode of this podcast, like, it is GG.
Yeah,
so
you got to hide it.
I strictly do it just because it's, like, I like hearing what people have to say, and I think that's just like what's so cool like about like what you do, because it's just like no matter like what, it's just like, well, you know, I mean, once again, you're still working on the whole talking to new people thing. I've gotten pretty okay at it, but it's just like I like to just sit there and be like, okay, tell me about yourself, like who are you? Like,
I really
what have you experienced?
I've been looking, because the people I've had on so far are not like I'll ask them a question and then they kind of just answer it. And it kind of just stops right there. And so I'm like, okay, I got to ask another question. So I've been looking for the person that's just, I can just talk to naturally. And this is the bet. We've done an hour. Okay, can I tell you a secret? We've done an hour and I have not asked you one question off of this list.
Oh, we had a list?
I had a list of stuff because I have to go in with a list of questions so that I can start a conversation. But we have not talked about one thing, and we've done an hour already, over an hour.
You might have to break this up because like this is banger.
I mean, this is great, and so I've been looking for that, and just I don't know. I'm trying to get better guests on, because you need a good guest too, that can take a question and then just turn it into like a 10-minute little conversation.
Well, I mean, once again, if you want guests, I got guests for you, bro. I have a bunch of people that like to talk.
Send them over, and it doesn't even have to be somebody that I don't know, just somebody that has something to say, I guess. That's
the
all I
girl I'm
need.
talking to right now, she's really political. So like
I
she wants
need
to be like a
that.
politician.
I need.
So
Oh, she
like
wants to go into politics.
yeah, she like wants to go into politics.
That's
Like
crazy.
she's so interesting because it's like
Yeah.
she's just like me, but she is so much smarter than me. She's
Yeah.
like she's so socially aware and
Yeah.
all this stuff. So it's like if you like really like want to learn something, it's like bro, have her on.
I would
like,
that actually sounds really interesting, man. We probably should.
and she
set
has
that
her
up.
own podcast where she talks about politics. So like,
What-
hey, there you go.
What is the
She's
name
like,
of it? Do you know?
I'll have to send it to you. I don't know. I think she does it actually through like a podcast like place because she's at ASU for journalism.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it's just like it's. I think like if you need people to talk to, bro, I got you.
Dude, I would love that. I have some more people. I'm scheduled until like the first week of November. But after
dang,
that,
look at you.
dude, I'm just an official guy over here, man. But yeah, I want interesting people. I'd love to have her on, especially. And then if you have other interesting people that want to talk,
Oh, bro, freaking, you want to talk to Cole's super interesting. Cole can
I would
talk
love
forever.
to talk.
Like,
I was actually gonna say we should get Cole on the podcast.
oh, bro, no, literally. If you want me here, you don't want me here, let me know. But like, dude, just tell me who. I'll send you their Instagram. I'll intro you and everything. Because like, there's just like so many like they just all like to talk. And,
Yeah.
like, I think I don't know. I think we're all just like that because I'm even super
Yeah.
chatty today. Where it's just like
Yeah.
I can ramble on about anything
Good.
forever.
That's what we need. Yeah, I would love to. Let's get me, you, and Cole on a podcast.
That'd
next-
be
next month.
fantastic. He wanted to do a solo episode with me. Maybe we'll do a Bucket Boys mobcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll do one of those two. We can collab.
We'll do a
Collab-
crossover. One on mine and
crossover.
one on the Bucket Boys Mobcast, man. I would be honored.
Bucket Boys mobcast TV film. That joint. I don't know who told me. My friends literally said, Miles, why? Like, we will listen to you talk more. I was like, you guys voluntarily want to hear my voice
Yeah.
more than you already do on
That's
YouTube.
crazy.
They're like, yes, and I was like, okay.
My friends, they started listening to the podcast just recently, but they didn't before. Like my close friends were like, I don't listen to your stupid podcast, which is fine. I understand that. It's interesting.
I don't know. I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I couldn't do that if my friends didn't watch my vlogs because it's like, I don't know. I always like it. I think it's funny. We talked about it in the last episode we did with me, you, and Jake.
Yeah.
But getting recognized. But
Yeah.
Alec got recognized at Chick-fil-A by one of my friends who watched the vlog.
Really?
They had this really awkward. She was like, "I know you," and he was like, "What?" And she's like, "I seen you on YouTube," and
Yeah.
then he was like, "Oh frick!" And they like realized that like everybody like I knew both of them. So it's just
Yeah.
it's really funny.
That was funny. I've yet to be recognized. It's crazy.
It's weird. It's really weird. Like
Yeah.
I if that's like how celebrities feel. I don't know how I feel about it because they're like, "Bro, I love you," and I was like, thanks, bro." They're
Yeah.
like, that's tight.
I'm just waiting for the day when somebody comes up to me and says they like my podcast. If that ever happens, I'll probably die.
Yeah.
I might die. That will be the last person I ever talk to. I might literally die right there.
I think it's really funny. Oh, well, this is going to go back to a lot earlier, but one thing I hate, okay, so you may feel this too. It's probably a bit different for you, but like, once again, I'm a vlogger. Like, my freaking camera looks like this. I have a big old camera.
Oh, yeah.
My camera's probably about like 1.5 pounds.
That's official, man.
I have a battery grip, big lens, big body, freaking big mic. Like, it's a big camera. So, like,
Yeah.
like, people, like, look at it and they're like, holy frick, he does, like, YouTube.
Yeah, you
But
can
sometimes
tell.
people will, like, get bold and they'll come up to me and they're like, oh, bro, you do YouTube? And I don't like being put on the spot, but I have to say yes.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, what's your channel? Like, I'll subscribe to you, which is, like, it's really nice and I love it, but it's
Mhm.
like, then they'll watch the video in front of me and I'm like, oh my God, I know what we did in this video.
Yeah.
Like, this is bad.
That's
I just-
crazy.
It's really weird because it's like people will like just walk up to you and they're like, oh, you do YouTube? And it's like, I'm supposed to say yes.
Yeah.
No, I do. Like I never
Yeah.
go, oh no, I don't. I just have
No,
this.
I just carry my camera around. It's
Yeah,
just
no, just carry a camera
just a
around.
thing
They're
I
all
do.
they're always so nice. It's like
Yeah.
it shouldn't intimidate me as much as it does. It's just I just don't like being put on the spot.
yeah.
I went on this rant earlier in the year with Alec, because that happened to us
Mm-hmm.
at a freaking. We were having breakfast, and this dude came up. It was actually while I was gone.
Yeah.
Like I had to go help my dad with something, but I left my camera there. And this dude came up to Alec, and he was like, "Oh, you do YouTube?" He's like, "Oh no, this is like my friend." And he was like, "Oh, bro, bet I'll subscribe to his channel or whatever. Tell me the name." And he turned on a video. And then I guess like a waiter walked over and he was like, "Yo, this guy's friend does YouTube." And then he got this like 60-something-year-old woman to subscribe to my channel. And I'm just like, dude, like that's weird. I don't want, I always tell people, because my dad will like, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I showed my buddies your vlog." And I'm like, don't do that. Like, what? Don't do, like, do you know what we did in that vlog? Like,
it's not really the demo.
No, I'm like, bro, I'm 18. I'm 19 years old. Like, you should not be watching a freaking 19-year-old kid like interact with his day-to-day basis. You don't fit my demographic. I'm like probably solid like 16, 15, 16 to like 21. Not even 21 because I don't drink, but like 16 to like 20. I have a very specific demographic.
Yeah.
So it's like, people got to respect the demo. People got to respect the demo.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Has that happened to you? Have like people tried to like have? Well, I know you like do your parents listen to your podcast?
Yeah, my dad listens to every single one. I think my mom's kind of, touch and go a little bit.
But so like how like do they share it with like their friends? Are like, "Oh, look at what my kid made." Like obviously they're trying to show you off, but it's like, yo.
Yeah, my dad does it a lot. He always comes home and says that he showed the podcast to somebody, which I really appreciate. Like, I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, I don't know how much they're going to like my podcast.
Yeah, I know. And then you get insecure. You're like,
Yeah, I get really uncomfortable. Like, the people at his work are watching. I don't know how I don't know why he would want the people at his work to watch his son's content. Like, they'd be like, this is really the kid you're raising, you know? I don't know how he has the gall to do that, because I wouldn't.
That's just funny, because it's like, what if the one he pulls up is the freaking Billie Eilish one?
He's like, they watch the Billie Eilish one. They're like, your kid really wants Billie Eilish to slit his throat and he finds it attractive. Like, he went on a 10-minute rant talking about how he wants his potential wife to murder him. Is that really what you're raising? And hey man, I'm just out here trying to make content for people, dude.
Bro, I'm saying, it's like, listen. Like, I'm glad my mom watches my vlog, but it's like, oh man, my life would be so much easier if she didn't. Because like I still censor. I strictly censor all my episodes. One, because my youth pastor watches it, and two, my mom watches it.
Yeah.
If they didn't watch it, I would not censor anything.
Yeah.
You know how much footage? Like, I don't drink, but like I go to college now, so it's like I go to parties and stuff. But it's like, you know how much footage I just can't use just because it's like alcohol and I'm like, frick, PG-13 rating.
It's like a very touchy subject, because my parents watch the podcast too, but I don't think, like, if you were swearing on this podcast, I wouldn't censor it. Like, I don't swear, but if people swear on my podcast, I'm not censoring it.
Because it's like, it's not you, so they can't be mad at you.
Even I think I just don't swear, but it's just, I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. The content I listen to is very explicit, and I'm not going to censor the people on my show. So
I always tell people, like, once again, the first clip of my new vlog was Emily going, "Can I cuss?" And I said, yeah, because it's just like, you know, I just want people to feel natural. Like, you know, first time on camera, I want you to feel natural. Like, do what makes you better. Do what makes you feel good. I'll take care of all the rest.
Yeah. For sure.
That's so funny, because it's just like, this is so nice to have someone to just bounce off my first world YouTube problems with.
Yeah.
Or it's just like parents watching content.
Yeah, you're my only YouTube buddy. I don't know anybody else that does this really. I would like to find more. Like, if you ever find people that are interested in this, you got to let me know, because I want to, we need to network. Yeah, we need to start this network.
You need to go to VidCon with me.
I would love to.
I wish we were better friends when Jake and I went that one year, but like, cause Jake, like, once again, Jake was into it, but he wasn't into it like the way you are. Yeah. Like, you and I would we would benefit from it. Yeah. And then especially you, because like I've been twice now, so I've kind of gotten it a little bit, but like, I think it would change you. You was just like, it's great. And a lot of it's really interesting because a lot of it's adults.
Really?
Like, it's adults trying to figure out stuff that we do. And I think that's so cool, because there's not another profession like that where it's like an adult. It's
Yeah.
like a kid is more experienced than an adult.
Because
Like
there's
we're
no
the first
school for
generation
this.
of kids where we're the first generation of parents where we're gonna be better than our kids at video games. Have you thought of that?
Probably. Yeah,
Like
probably.
we're gonna
I won't
like
be.
my kid is gonna be like Miles, run it in 2K. I'm gonna be like, boy, what
Yeah.
you playing 2K37, bro? You
Yeah.
don't know nothing about that 2K17 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what I think is so cool about this profession because it's
It
like
is crazy.
once again at VidCon they have an entire so it's like 3 tracks. So there's the creator so there's like the basic track which is kind of like groupie track. It's like
Yeah.
the people who want to go they don't really care. They just kind of want to like meet like all their like little TikTok celebrities
Yeah,
whatever.
that's not me.
Cool, good for them. Whatever they can do whatever.
Yeah.
But then there's like the creator track, which is like you get all the you can like go still meet people and stuff like Jake and I did, but like,
Yeah.
you can they like have classes for you,
Yeah.
and it's like hosted by the YouTuber, so it's like oh yeah this is like blah 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 what I learned here, and then there's like economy track which is like adults trying to make a career out of it.
Yeah.
So it's like so many times I'll see like 50-year-old men walking around with a little phone like gimbal, and it's like vlogging, and I'm like this is crazy.
It is because
like, it feels like home. It's so weird because it's like you're out of place if you're not vlogging or having a camera going.
Yeah, it's crazy because this is the only like one of the only professions where there's no school really. Like you can go to film school. There is no like I don't think school. Yeah, you definitely do not need film school.
I literally only came like I literally only came here to play volleyball. Like I'm just taking film just because it's like I need a major while I'm here, but it's like my entire plan was I was gonna do my first 2 years at Scottsdale and then I was gonna freaking figure it out from there. I was gonna try to go get an internship somewhere because it's like if you're nice with the camera, you're nice with the camera. Like
there's not really a whole lot to it. You just got to kind of figure it out as you go. I guess you just got to learn from experience and like what I'm doing.
Go ahead.
I've started applying to colleges, and I applied to the one college that I'm definitely going to. It's Dixie, that's in St. George, like 40 minutes away. Yeah. So and they asked me my major, and I'm not really going to. I'm just going to kind of kill time while I do this.
You're like not gonna lie.
Like waste time and waste money basically. And so I put my major as like media broadcasting, but it's like they're not really gonna teach me anything there. When you listen to the people that have actually made it, because if these professors that are teaching media broadcasting, they haven't made it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't make it. So they obviously don't, I don't know. They
don't have it figured out. Yeah.
They don't have it figured out. You just have to kind of figure it out. And that's why you have kids like us. Like I've done my entire life, I've studied the ins and outs of how the internet works and how this sort of stuff works, like film wise, like directing. Cause I'm so interested in film, which I wanted to get to today, but we're already almost at an hour and a half. So we might have to do another podcast sometime. Just purely on film, because I had so many, but like I've always been obsessed with film, and then just like this kind of stuff. So I've done the research. I've basically done schooling for this as much as you can.
That's what I always say. Like right now, my dad, like I edit on Premiere Pro.
Yeah.
And like right now, my dad's trying to learn Premiere Pro, and it's like he's like, oh, which one do you think's easier to learn? And I'm like, I don't even know anymore. Like I taught myself this. I looked up YouTube videos. Like you're probably the same way. It's like we went on YouTube and we just Googled it. Like
which is very we're very fortunate we grow up in this time where we can literally just look stuff up. If I'm editing in Premiere, like today, I'm trying to figure out how to do a split screen so I could have me and you on the same screen in this podcast. I looked it up, figured it out in 5 minutes, and now I can do split screen.
Yeah. So I think it's so cool because it's like, once again, I do want to make a disclaimer as someone who's in college now, because I kind of thought the same thing going in as well. I was like, what more can they teach me?
Yeah.
2 things. It's like, because, wait, first of all, I'm on camera. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're on camera. That's what this has been recording the entire time.
I would have lit myself back. Okay, whatever. We're fine.
Oh, it's all good, dude. It's all good.
Okay, we're fine. But so 2 things. One, I mostly went to film school like here for the connections, because it's like this is a whole industry of like who do you know, especially for like film and all this stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Like it's like who do I know in a higher
hmm
position that can help me get to where I want to get to?
Yeah.
So that's a big one. And another thing is you're gonna learn something actually, because
Yeah.
it's like once again the professors definitely haven't made it, but it's like
Yeah.
they are knowledgeable. So it's
Yeah.
like I guess I would just say like not saying that you would, but like
No. Yeah.
go in there and just like try to learn something. You know,
Yeah.
like they're smart. Like literally, I'm in a black and white photo class, which I have to take it because of my major. So like I'm literally shooting film. Like I have a
Yeah.
film camera
Oh yeah.
and like I develop my own film, and
That's
it
awesome.
sucks. It sucks. It's really hard, but um, like he was going over like basic concepts. He was like, oh yeah, he was teaching us about the exposure pyramid and like triangle, like all this stuff that I've known for years.
Yeah.
Like my dad taught me all this when I
Yeah.
was getting into like videos. Like
hmm
he taught me what ISO was, like
Yeah. Yeah.
aperture, shutter speed, and all these other kids didn't know it. But I'm like, oh, I don't need to take notes on this. I know this.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be the cool thing with like you going into like broadcasting
Yeah.
media and stuff, because it's like there's just gonna be some stuff where you're just like, yep, I already know this. Like I learned
Yeah.
this 3 years ago, dude. But
Yeah.
like at the same time, you're gonna find out some stuff, and you're gonna meet some really cool people. You're
hmm
gonna be like, wow, like this is like I wouldn't have thought to do this, or like this is a really interesting way to like look at this.
That's what
So
I'm
yeah, no,
so excited
college is
for.
so much fun, man. You're gonna
Yeah.
love it.
I'm very excited because I watch your vlog, and I'm like, do you ever even go to class? Like, it looks like you're always partying. Obviously, you're not gonna film in class, but it looks like you're just having a good time.
Bro, literally, let me tell you my schedule. Monday, my only class is at 3:30. It's
Awesome.
at 3:30. I wake up at like 11.
Yeah.
I get lunch at 12. Hang out in my dorm all day until 3:30. Class is done at 5:30, and then I come back, do some homework for a little bit, and then I hang out with my friends most nights.
Yeah.
Tuesday, tomorrow's my only bad day. I have an 8:15 tomorrow.
hmm
Then after that, I have a class until I have an 8:15 to like 9:30. Then I have like 9:30 to 10 or 10 something, 10:30. Then I have a class that ends at 2:15. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all for Tuesday. I hang out.
hmm
Wednesday, my class got canceled. Like it's supposed to be my black and white photo,
hmm
but he canceled it on Wednesdays. So I don't have anything to do on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Thursdays I only have one 8 a.m. and Fridays I don't do anything. So it's like there's just so much time to kill. And
Yeah.
it's like it's just really cool, like to just I guess put yourself out there now and just like
hmm
it's so different than anything I've ever experienced before.
Yeah. I'm very excited, and I'm very
Oh,
excited for
bro,
the people I'm gonna meet at
you're
Dixie,
gonna
especially in the broadcasting area. Like
because it's
you
like
said,
it's
just
a
making
bunch
those
of people
connections.
that want to be just like you, and it's
Yeah.
like that's the cool thing. Like, because in high school, I mean, you kind of get that,
It's
but it's
not
like
really,
these are
not
like
at here at
people.
all.
It's like people that just want to do the same thing that you do, where it's like
Yeah.
you can ask them a really complicated camera question. Like today, I had a really good back and forth with my professor about like he was like, I was like, oh, like what do you shoot digitally? And he was talking about his Sony camera, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I talked about my camera for a bit,
Yeah.
and it's just like that's what it's all about right
Uh-huh.
there, man. Some good old back and forth about the stuff
Yeah.
that everyone's really into.
Cameras.
So yeah, man. Oh, college is gonna be an absolute film. You should start a vlog.
I would, but I just don't, like right now especially, I just don't have time. Like
Yeah.
today I woke up, went to school, went to work, got home from work, came straight here. And
Oh,
then
you
I'll
have a
be
job? I forgot you have a job.
Yeah, I work every day.
You getting that bag though?
No, not really. I spend it all on podcasting. I got nothing. In the bank.
Wait, no, but I thought you use a studio. So like, what do you spend on podcasting?
I just
Software?
barely bought these 2 new mics and this mixing board and all this stuff for the new
Oh, that's
studio.
cool. Well, I mean, that's cool at least.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're gonna have your own stuff when you leave.
Yeah,
Then
which
just do it out
is
your own
good.
room.
We're ahead of schedule because I wasn't planning on buying this until college, but things change and you gotta adjust, you know?
No, yeah, my biggest tidbits for college, just in terms of me giving you advice that Jake will not have the opportunity to give you.
Yeah.
Just go out there, man, and just have a good time.
I'm
Like
gonna
at
try.
the end of the day, like you pay to be here,
Mhm.
and like that's what I feel like a lot of people just like forget. It's like yeah, you know, you got to go to class, but it's like don't stress yourself out unnecessarily. Like
Yeah.
I have a speech due tomorrow. Fun fact. Like that's what I was doing, and then I was like, podcast, sick. That's something for me to like break the time. And it's
Yeah.
like, and it's just like, you know, if you're not having fun like in college, like what's the point of being here?
Yeah.
Every single day, I just try to like like today I freaking played Among Us with Emily before class. Just like I could have done homework. I could have freaking ate something. No, I was like, let's run some Among Us. Like
Yeah.
let's just trying to just find a new way each day to just have some fun. Just just live it up. Live it up. It's college.
Live it up,
you only
man.
need to do it once.
Yeah.
Only do your freshman year once, baby.
That's great advice, man. That's great advice.
There you go. There you go. So can't wait to see y'all at Dixie. That's gonna be weird. I'm gonna have to come visit every now and then.
You definitely should. I want to get you in the studio, dude. When it's all said and done, because I've still got some more stuff to work on. But I mean, one day maybe. One day.
Hey man, no, you tell me when. Shoot, I'll be ready.
I like how we met through Jake, and now Jake's gone, and we're still homies. That's great.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's
fantastic. It was always really funny because we always had such a weird interaction with each other until you came here. Because we would always like really like support each other, but then we met in person probably once.
Yeah.
But then you came down and it was late. I always talk to Bethany about that. I'm like, bro, that was like low key like such a good week of summer when you were here and it was just me and Bethany coming over every day.
Yeah, it was pretty fantastic.
It was kind of goated. Like it was fantastic.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that. So I hope we can do it again. I think we're gonna wrap this up, man. We've gone 30 minutes over what we were shooting for.
Let's go. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. Man. Wait, so once again, I'm weird with my podcast. I edit my podcast like a vlog. Like I would just cut stuff when it like drags.
Oh yeah, there's no cuts here.
Leave it all.
There's no cuts here. Like we're starting from the first word I said to you, and it's gonna go till now with zero cuts.
That's tight.
Yeah, so it's great. But yeah, man, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Of course, bro. Thanks for having me.
This was great.
Let me know when it drops. I'll share the link. I'll send everyone your contact information. I'll link.
That's epic, man.
You know how it be.
Yeah.
Hey,
do you want to plug anything? Plug anything.
What's up?
Plug anything you got right here. Right now is your time.
Okay. Well, follow the kid on YouTube. I mean, I basically be Black David Dobrik out here, low key. My YouTube is miles.duncan. I'm not Miles. That's my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, though. I mean, I don't post, but like, follow me on Instagram. My Instagram, miles.duncan. My YouTube is just Miles Duncan, MILESDUNCAN. Yeah, follow me on Snap, who is Milo, if you want. You don't really got to. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Just good. Don't get anyone pregnant if you do. Make sure they're hot. Just, some pretty good life advice right there, honestly.
That is solid, man. Go follow me at Kendall Broc. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave us a review. Miles, thanks for being on again, man. It was great.
Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure.
I think you're definitely going to be a reoccurring guest because this was just it was just such a good time.
Hey, man, I got you. Hey, if you get me like twice a month, I'll let you know. Get me twice a month.
That might end up, we might just end up having to do a podcast together, dude.
Get you twice a month, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for being on, man. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a fantastic night.
Bye.